Hello, it's T with Teaquilts, and today is Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. It's almost 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so if you're watching this at any other time, just know that you're watching an upload of a live chat. Just rebooted my phone, so need to take off all the notifications. I got my light here working too. And it's the same bulb. I took the bulb out for a couple of days. Well, no, couple weeks. And decided to put it back in. And it's working. But my new ones that I ordered haven't even arrived. I ordered those last Thursday or Friday. I forgot to close my door. So I got to get into YouTube, see if it's going to work for me today. All right, so it's 7 o'clock, but we're going to wait a few minutes for other people to get in. I see Bonita, she's sending me a message. I saw it come across on the top here. We're just going to wait a little bit for people to come on in here. Let's see, I've got 22, 23, something like that. I don't have a whole lot to do today, so if you all got questions, we can answer those as well. And I will also I'm going to talk about the pineapple block again too. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I gave everybody another minute. We're up to 31 right now. Ellen Campbell is the first one here today. Hi, Ellen. Ellen, give me your shirt size, girl. She says, hello, T and everyone. I'm excited to be present. I may have to do a replay. She said, what's everyone working on now? So she wants to know what projects are you all working on? And hopefully it's not mask. We got Mary here. Hi, Mary. She goes, boo. Tucker is here. He says, hello, T and all. Hope we all had as an exciting week as I did. I got my machine on Monday and got quilt orders. Woohoo! Now that's awesome. That is awesome. Angela Stringer is here. She says, good evening, T Quilters. Working on UFOs, finishing an anniversary quilt. That's awesome. Shrivia Henderson is here. Says, hello, T and everyone. Tiffany is here. Hi, Tiffany. She says, hi, T and everyone. And Tiffany, I've been so busy, girl. I ain't had time. I've been doing a whole lot of computer work. I was getting some quilts finished. And then I had to pick up some quilts, deliver some quilts. Been checking the post office every day for blocks just to make sure nobody's blocks were left behind. So yes, been busy. June Hansen is here, says hi T and everyone. Hi June. Melissa LePage is here, says thumbs up. Good evening, everyone. So thank you for the reminder to hit that thumbs up button. Cordelia Mawson is here. She says, hi, T and everyone from Florida. Hi, welcome. Cheryl Clute says, hi, T and everyone. Judy Fortin is here. She says, hi, T and everyone. Hi, Judy. Cheryl Clute is here. Says, I'm driving. I'm just listening. All right. Teresa Louise says, hi, T. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. C-Rax is here. Says, hey, friends. Vivian Calvey says, hi, T. Bonita Nan says, hi, Miss T and everyone. June Billings is here, says, hi, T and everyone. Hi, June. Carol Green is here. Hi, Carol. She says, hi, T and everyone. And Wendell Lee says, hello, T. Hi, welcome. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I'm thinking it's Wendell Lee. If it's not, let me know. Teresa McCormick is here, says, hello, everyone. Hi, Teresa. June Hansen is here. Says, she's talking to Tucker. Glad you got your machine. Happy quilting. Yes, we're all happy for you, Tucker. Exciting adventure. Maddie Barnum is here. Says, I made it. Hi, T. Hi, Maddie. Teresa says, how are you feeling? She's talking to Tiffany. Bonita says, not working on anything. Those blocks broke me down. Yeah, I don't know. Bonita, girl, I saw the postage that you paid on that box, honey, child. Honey, you got to get your stuff in early. It seemed like when you got to the end, all kinds of things started happening. Girl, I was like, oh, my God. June Hansen says, I'm going red, white, and blue. I'm doing a red, white, and blue churn dash tabletopper. That sounds very patriotic. Melinda C is here. Says, hello, T and everyone. Thumbs up. Thank you, Melinda. Appreciate the reminder. Hit that thumbs up, guys. I saw some people hit it. Janet Mackerel says, hi, T and all. Hi, Janet. Claudette Bettis is here. Hi, Claudette. She says, hello, T and everyone. Maria Mayer is here. Says, hi, T and everyone. Hi, Maria. And Elaine Doucette is here. Says, hello, all. Leetta Bryan is here saying hello to everyone. Hi, Leetta. Nisima says, hi, T and everybody. Mary's asking Tucker what machine did he get. I think he answered that last week, but let us know again, Tucker. Tiffany says, it's okay, T. I was doing a test prep and had a test today, so now I'm just trying to pretend I'm not hurting from all my up and down. TMI, so I'll just say that. Okay. Hope you feel better, girl. I know they move stuff around. Mary said, I had my first cataract surgery today. Well, congratulations, and hopefully it went well. I know I had to take my mom on a series. We done one eye at a time. And she can see so good. My brothers, my older brothers who live with her, she's like, they're like, I'm so sorry that you went and took her and got that surgery, because she see everything now. So that's pretty cool. You're going to love it. Cheryl Williams is here. Says, hi, T. Good to see you. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. And we've got Doris O here. Says, hi, T and T Quilters. Hi, Doris. Let's see. Judy says, hello, T and everyone. And Bonita says she paid that expensive postage because she couldn't let her peeps down. Girl, when I saw that box, I about passed out myself. Goodness gracious. Tucker says he got the Grace 15R. And don't ask me what that is, because I don't know. It's been too long since I was looking at machines. Tiffany says, project-wise, I'm going to get back to my next secret video, making project after I feel better. That's cool. I like your current video. That project is pretty cool. And I'm glad that you got the videos to upload. She was trying to upload it as one video, but it wouldn't work. But the 3 videos are cool. But it should have worked as one video anyway, though. But that's what YouTube does. It gives us the blues sometimes. And Camille Anderson is here saying, hello, all from Arkansas. Hello, welcome. June says, I may not get it done until Saturday unless I get it quilted yet tonight. Not much left. Okay, pretty cool. Working on her quilt. Mary's leaving. She's just left us to go eat. Reba Nelson is here. Says, hello, T and everyone. Hi, Reba. Welcome to the chat. So we're going to go ahead and show I got 2 sets of blocks. One set of blocks I got locally from a friend who participated. And then I got Bonita's blocks. I'm still waiting on, I know Rhonda Barlow emailed me and said that she sent her blocks on Monday, but they were not here today. I've checked the post office every day since last week, just making sure that nobody's packages were left behind. And I haven't gotten anything other than today when I got Bonita's box. So my friend dropped hers off earlier, and that's why it's in a handbag. Her name is Sarah. And Sarah has 2 of these bags in here with her blocks in it. My friend don't know anything about the rules of having contact information, but I know who she is. So I will make sure she get her stuff back. She does have a label. got the cover up. But she's got like an address label. I'm just going to show you that this is an address label so you can't see her address. But she used that on her bag, so that's really nice when she didn't put the information with the paper on it. At least she's got something in here with her name on it. And she used various different blacks, it looks like. Whatever she had in stock. In her stash, I mean, not stock. So I'm just going to basically show you two. She's got a... She said this is 28 blocks. Let me see what she got on this other bag. She don't have a... Since she got 28 on that one. And then she says 22. Okay. So she's saying she sent 50. Today, I have not had time to go and count blocks today. Been busy. So, I have to take you at your word. So, it's really nice. So, this is hers. Very nicely pressed. Very nicely, nice print. Nice spring looking block this one is. She, and this fabric here is gray. It's not black, but it's gray. I didn't say no gray. So we shall see what is on the other one. And this is that fabric that we bought for like 50 cents a yard long time ago when Hancock's had a huge sale. And we just can't get rid of this fabric. It seems like every scrappy quilt we make, we got this. It's like golf tees is what I want to say it is. But yeah, so very nicely done. As I said, she's got like different backgrounds. They didn't have to all be the same background fabric. So I see she used until she ran out. So that was pretty cool. So thank you so much, Miss Sarah Carr Jordan, for participating in the block swap. Let's see. Tiffany says, yeah, it was a hassle. OMG, I had to split those videos up and add beginning videos and ending videos to say what number peeps are on. Yes. I said they can give you the blues over here on this YouTube. Alright, next one. I just opened this box. Y'all know Miss Bonita always got something going on with her packaging. She sent a big box. I opened the top. Let me see if I can split this. Nope. Let me use my little snippers. I missed a part of the tape. Alright. Her return information here that I asked for on the paper. I'm going to put this box back on the floor. It's so big. You can't see but my head. Alright, we got bubble wrap. Very nice. She's always packaging something like she's a shipper. I love it. And then she even put a bubble wrap in her blocks. Look at this. You just never know with her. She cracks me up. And then here's the other one. Very nice. So we'll open this one because I think I see a card on the outside. So we'll show her blocks. Very nice. Pretty fabrics. I'm just amazed. And then she's got it rolled in the toilet paper thing. Not toilet paper. Paper towel. Very nice. I thought it was rolled on itself. Very nice. Colorful. I love stuff like this because you get to see so many different fabrics. Just amazing how many different fabrics there are in the world now. Our ancestors would be rolling in the graves right now if they had this many quilt fabrics back in the day, back in the 1800s. Wow. I was trying to make sure I had one with a different fabrics. Yep. Very nice. Beautiful job. Blocks well, nicely pressed, nicely rolled. Nice job, Anita. Appreciate everything you had to do, girl, to get these blocks to me. See, that's why I'm one of those people. I have a fear of crap like that happening to me, so I try to get stuff done ahead of time. So all the stuff that could go wrong, you know, Maslow's law, if it can go wrong, it will. Woo-wee. And she's got a card here. Let's open that up. She's got on here Miss T. And she says, praying for you. My prayers for you today is filled with thankful heart for who you are, with the request that blessings will be yours in abundance, and with the desire that God will continue to touch your life in wonderful ways. Very nice. And then she says, hello, Miss T, during this extraordinary time, you're in my thoughts and prayers. Well, I made it. I'm sure I'm the very last as predicted. What a challenging time. Those blocks are, well, I have no words. Thank God they are finally on their way to St. Louis. P.S. I still don't have any scraps. Yeah, right. Are you serious? Not sure how much it will cost to send my 50 blocks. I'm starting here. Let me know if I need more. 20 is enclosed. So we've got, she's sent money for her blocks to be mailed back. So thank you so much. When I get to that, we will handle that at the same time. So thank you guys. So Miss Sarah was number 37. Bonita is number 38. If Kayla and Rhonda's blocks get in, we'll have 40 people that sent in their blocks. I think I had 55 total on the list. So I've received, hopefully I received the 40. That'll be really cool. That's a good number. And I've got, let me put this back in here. Her packaging stuff. Hold on just a second, because I don't want to trip over all this stuff. And then I'll put Miss Sarah's bag on top. Read some comments here. Just slide it over just a little bit. Okay. Habiba Ali says, glad to see you. It's been a while. Hello, everyone. I got all of your stuff, girl. You put down for Teaquilts subscriber shirt. I noticed on your order. Can I just change that to a regular Teaquilts YouTube shirt? Because the subscriber is for the subscriber of the years. Let me know. And I can make it. I can still make that shirt in blue if you want. My brother, he says, hey, sis, I'm here. I never got a notification. Hi everyone, I hope everyone's staying safe. Now you should have got a notification today, because I came on at 5 o'clock and scheduled the live chat. So this is strictly YouTube's fault tonight, not mine. I did put it out there earlier than I had been. So Nut5 says, hi to Tiffany, love your videos for the burst quilt. June Building says, she's saying hi to my brother. Safe and well here. Hope you are too. She's responding to his question. Elaine Doucette says, bright, love lime and pink. She's talking about the blocks. Carl says, very nice, talking about the blocks. Darlene Farmer is here, says, greetings from Northern Virginia. Kelly A is here. She says, hello, Miss T and all. UT Quilters, glad to be back with you all again. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Thank you, Miss Kelly. I'm trying to stay safe. Trying to stay well. Bonita says beautiful. She's talking about Sarah's blocks, I think. Kimalina is here, says hi everyone. May everyone stay safe and healthy. June Henson is also talking to my brother. Elaine Desette's laughing out loud. Beautiful blocks, Bonita. And she says thank you. Maddie Barnum is here, says next time I want in on the blocks. Anybody could have gotten in on these blocks at any time because I opened it up once we got over 50 people and said, if you wanted to participate, send me blocks. But we have been doing this one since December, and I think the next time we do this, we're going to do a shorter time span and smaller blocks, of course. But yeah, that's kind of what had happened. June says, I like all the blocks, ladies. Thank you so much for my peeps, Sarah and Bonita. Carol saying that they're pretty. Tiffany says, great job. June says, lovely blocks, such talent. Elaine Doucette's telling everybody to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Peggy is here. Hi, Peggy. Peggy's here in St. Louis area. She says, evening all. I'm late, but caught this last block. Love it. Okay, she caught the last block I showed. And Peggy, your quilts have been done for like 2 days maybe. I finished Monday, but I haven't done the paperwork to know what the bill is. Girl, I'm swamped in paperwork right now. But I figured that I would give you your quilt tops. Not your quilt tops because they're not quilts. They just don't have binding. But I'll give you your quilts back when I give you your blocks. So I'm trying to get that. We're going to swap them on Friday. So I'll be contacting you. Elaine Doucette saying, smiling. She's saying the thumbs up as well. Thank you so much. Peggy says 40 blocks. These are going to be great. Yes. Looking forward to it. And thank you. I got your yes for the shirt. Peggy says, I didn't get a notification either. Now, that's weird because I made sure that I came on at 5 o'clock. I scheduled this. And June even saying that she got a notice at 6:30. So, I don't know what I need to do. Susan Martin says, ooh, nice surprise. Hello, everybody. Hello. Teresa says, I got the notification. Tiffany says, I got the notice, but I get notices from YouTube all day, every day. Elaine says, I say thank heavens for the notification I got. Yes. Bonita says, I was going to put subscriber of the year using the artist paper TAP. I printed it all out and tested it. Somehow I didn't see on the video that you cannot iron over it. Ain't that something? Wow, I didn't know that. And Peggy goes, smaller blocks, yay. She's putting those exclamation points on there. Angela Stringer saying 6.5-inch blocks. I have no idea because I have to figure out what block we're going to make next time. So, but it's going to be no larger than 9-inch finished, okay? So it's going to be a smaller block. It will not be a 14.5-inch block, okay? That's just too much. Teresa said, good to see you too, Diane. Oh, Diane 57 is here. I must have missed that she had come in. Joan Elkin says, hi, everybody. Happy to be with you tonight. Hi, Joan. Tucker says, how are you going to swap blocks with only 40 people? I don't want to get on a soap opera box about that because I do understand. I've been notified by, I'm just going to guess and say like 3 people. You know, things sometimes come up, people can't follow through. I appreciate when people do notify me that they can't follow through on a swap. So if you sent me 50 blocks, you're going to get back 11 of your own. Say if we got 40 people, I'm going to send you 11 of your own, and then you'll get 39 from the other 39 people because you're included in that 40. So you'll be getting back your own blocks, okay? So I don't know, there isn't anything else that I can do with it. You know, I have nobody else to swap it with you. And I want to make sure that you get whatever you sent me. I want to send that number back to you unless it's a accident. It will not be intentional. What you send is what you should get back. Delina Quilter says, what is everyone signing in the center of the blocks with? Sharpie? No, we don't. Not using Sharpie. Sharpie is actually wash out. I have used Sharpies on certain materials and they do wash away. They do fade. So we are using fabric marking pens, and then I'm hoping that as people make their quilt tops that they make sure that they heat set the marker, not assume that the person who made the block has already done that for you. Although I've done that on all of mine. But just want to make sure people know that they need to heat set. And Peggy's going, Yahoo! Thank you, T. You are so welcome. It's going to be fun. I'm going to Kevin's house so that we can sort this out. Because he has more like available floor space since I like pile stuff around all my walls. So he's got more available floor space than I do. So we're going to figure it out from there. June says, hit the bell again. Try and see if that helps. So she's saying, you got to hit the bell to take it off and then try hitting the bell again to reset it. Maybe that'll help. Jennifer Mazard is here. Hi, Jennifer. She says, hi, TNT Quilters. Leela Dikater is here. Says, hello, everyone. If I butchered your name, I'm sorry. Welcome to the live chat. Appreciate you coming in. Sonette says, hi, T. I'm new to your channel. Please, will you recap how it worked? We had rules. If you go and Google Teaquilts block swap, it will still pull up a video. I'm in a red shirt like this, kind of looking down on the video icon. If you look at that video in the description, it has a link to the pattern. You can still get the instructions on how we made our blocks if you want to make blocks like this. They are very detailed with pictures. Thanks to Kevin the Quilter for making the instructions, and then I just added in the actual swap rules. So all of that information is over there. Anytime you do a swap, an actual block swap, that means that you're sending something in and you're going to get something back. A lot of people didn't understand. They thought they were, when I first announced that we were doing a swap, they thought they were sending me 50 blocks and I was going to keep everybody's 50 blocks. I would be super busy. I don't ever want to see blocks from you all like that again, because I did a birthday challenge one year, 2 years ago. And these ladies, well, not ladies, all these quilters, because it was gentlemen in there too, if I'm not mistaken. They sent me enough blocks to make like 13 quilts, and I had 48 blocks in each quilt. Y'all were a mess. So I got all of those done. I still got to do a video. I've been having weather where it's been raining or overcast. I'm barely getting my videos for doing regular show and tell done because of our weather here right now. But I got to do a video on those. And then with the pandemic, I just didn't rush it because I'm not going to be able to get into any organizations to donate those quilts anyway. So I was just holding on until this pandemic was over a little bit. But yeah. And the video you want to look for is Teaquilts block swap. And it should come up. Just Google Teaquilts block swap on YouTube. Evelyn French is here. She says, hi, T from Los Angeles. Hi, Evelyn. Welcome. Peggy says, we can always use extra blocks on the back or on the front for that matter. Yes, you can, because one of the people that couldn't finish said that they were going to just use their blocks and make a quilt with just all of their blocks. So the ones that they had made, you know, they didn't get them all done. So I think that's pretty cool. C-Rex says, I'm sad because there are so few of us would have joined the block challenge but joined late. Yeah, and I had put it out there. I think I even put it in a post. I think sometimes people don't read the community posts that I put on YouTube. And some people are not on Facebook at all. So then you kind of get lost, because I ended up picking up 2 people that weren't even on the list for. So I had 53 people, and 2 people did send in blocks that weren't on my list. So I did get some. Lisa says, hello, Miss T and everyone. Missing y'all. Welcome back. Bettina Fink says, hey to everyone. Hello. Welcome to live chat. Kelly A says, sorry you missed it. She'll do future swaps, though. My brother says, I do that every week. No, you don't. Peggy says, laughing out loud about your birthday blocks, but you're getting there. I'm not going to say anything about the churn dash blocks. Yes, the churn dash blocks was supposed to be worked on at my Teaquilts retreat, and I actually am wanting to get those done. I don't know if our Quilt Guild's even going to have a quilt show next year, but that's the show that I want to put those blocks into. So I need like a large space because I still have, I don't know if I've got 50, but it's 40 something blocks, a churn dash that you all sent. So I need a big place to lay all of that out. And my deck is big, but then I've got iffy weather, the wind, the rain, you know, so I don't know what my conditions are. So that's what happens when I need like a big space to lay something out, because I'm trying to make a double wide quilt, like 96 inches tall, double that in width. That's what I'm trying to make, but we'll see. So that's why I'm having issues with laying that particular quilt out. And the Lena Quilter says that she got her notice like 1 minute before we were supposed to go live. Ain't that something? So yeah. So what I want to show, I want to talk about pineapple quilts. I did quilt it. And I did an experiment. I actually had a motif that was in the shape of, that had the actual shape of pineapples. And normally I would not do that on a pineapple quilt because it's such a traditional quilt, but I had so much fun. It looks cute to me. But I'm going to see if I can show you here so you can see these pineapple motifs. This panto is by Ann Bright as well. Very pretty. And I quilted this quilt. It's been on my wall the whole time since I pieced it. And I'm like, you know what? You need to start getting this stuff done so it don't become a UFO. So I do have it quilted. Of course, I'm in a small room, so you're not going to be able to see it all, but I'll do the best I can. So here's the quilt, and then I'll pull it up in the camera so you can see it as well. So there's the quilt. Let me show you the back full size just so you can see how the quilting is as far as spacing on the back. And then I'll show you up close in the border where so you can see the red, the white on the red thread. So here is that. And then it kind of disappears, and then you kind of spot the pineapples throughout the quilt when it gets into the color spots and so forth. But looks cute. I can experiment on my stuff. I try not to experiment on anybody else's, so that way I can see if stuff will work or not before I recommend it to a customer. But I'm thinking that panto right there, I probably will not be recommending to a customer unless they want to pay for it, because it took me 2.5 hours of stitch time, not my time loading and rolling and basting. Took 2.5 hours of stitch time just to stitch that panto. It's so intricate that it takes so long to stitch. So that would be a panto that would cost more if somebody wanted it. So let me go back. For some reason it moved on me this time. Lisa Peg says, all tea, love it. Peg says, wow, pineapple quilting is gorgeous. Nice. Looks like it was fun. It was fun. I was loving to watch it stitch out. Elaine says, wowza. Maddie says, T, it's beautiful. Kelly says, cute. I think the quilting design works great. C-Rack says, so pretty. Lovely from Benita. Beautiful from Diane. You all get the picture. Very beautiful. Love it. Beautiful. Love it. Kelly is laughing at me. Awesome job. Stunning. Melissa says, oh, lovely. You're so talented. Beautiful T from Tiffany. Teresa says, so pretty. Beautiful. Love the colors. Very nice. Pretty quilt. Wow, I see the pineapples on the quilt design. Very nice. Love it, love it. So basically loving the quilt. So that's great, because it was one of those things that I was doing a test on, and my husband was like, don't mess that quilt up, you should frame that. And then I said, this quilt is, it was 38.5 by 48.5, something like that. And I said, are you gonna pay to frame this quilt? Because I'm not. You know, you can, I have little things that I frame, and then by the time I walk out of there, I'm spending $150 on framing. So I'm not doing that. But he backed off. He hasn't, I don't think he's even seen it quilted because I took it off the frame. But I gotta put, I normally don't take my quilts off the frame until I put the binding on, but I think I'm gonna just put the binding on this machine instead of on my long arm. But looking forward to that. So still in the concept of pineapple quilts, let's see what the Camille saying, I think the pineapple pinto is great. Dee Dee says, are any more quilting squares came in? How many in total? 39 right now. 38 right now. Let me make sure. Benita is 38. She was the one I got today. Hold on. Gotta get a drink of water every now and then. 38. 2 more are missing, so I'm hoping that they come in tomorrow. I was hoping everybody's came in today so that I can do the last little setup stuff so that me and Kevin could be organized when we start this Friday. But that's okay. So we'll hopefully the last 2 will come in. Looking for Rhonda Barlow and Kayla Avila, I think her last name is. I'm blocking right now. So back to pineapples. I'm in Trash to Treasures pineapple quilt group because when I bought the ruler, I joined the group, but I told you all that I had used this ruler from Guyleen Fitzgerald. I don't know if any of you all are in that group. And but she's doing for the month of June 1 pineapple block a month, so you're gonna end up with 30 blocks. If you want to make more, you can make more, but I thought, okay, let me go back and give this tool another try. Let me see if I can find, I don't have any plain white paper in here probably. It's like I don't hardly keep plain paper. Everything in here is printed on. So I have nothing to put behind this. Is it a white back on this? I got another pattern. So yeah. But you can see where this block here, this ruler has particular lines. It has a square that's darker in the center, and then basically this point is what's the main focus, and the center lines right here and there. So I went back and started working with this ruler again, and the first one of the things that I find, I like Guyleen Fitzgerald, so don't you all be thinking that I'm harping on her, but it's for me. When I use this ruler, and when I bought the ruler, I didn't know that I needed a book or a DVD to go with it. So all I bought was the ruler because I just saw it probably on some website and ordered it and had it sent to me, and it didn't have all that information. So and on the instructions written on the back, they do have a couple of photos on there, but I don't feel like it's enough to tell you what you really need to do with this ruler. So first block I made a miscut. And I decided I was on the second round when I made the miscut right here. I made a miscut when I was when I cut off this black piece. I cut it too short. I had the ruler in the wrong spot. So I just added a piece of fabric that matched these 2 corners to make it long enough for me to trim it off, and then I just kept going. And I think that like when I'm put it into the quilt top, you're not gonna notice it when you put all the blocks together, so I have not thrown it out yet. Okay, so that was my first block, miscut. I noticed something else, but that wasn't even important. So then I made the second block, which I'm not sure which one it is. I'm thinking it was this one. And she has these little bitty, her round 8, or these little bitty things she calls gems. And they're just very tiny in the corner, that most of it is going to disappear when you sew it into an actual seam. So yeah, but anyway, this block, these corners are not equal on this corner as well as the first corner. So they're not, I couldn't get them to be the same size. So I did 2 blocks because then I was tired of cutting my thread because I'm working 1 block at a time. So I did 2 more blocks, and I chain pieced these, and I started to really pay attention to all the markings that were on the ruler. And these came out where they match up a whole lot better, where they're all kind of matching up together. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to see if I could possibly get these things to be the same size. So no matter which way I rotate them now, it looks like they match up enough that I can get away with it. I still see where it's just a tad off on one, but not much. So I kind of figured out how to use her ruler. So I got 4 of these blocks I've done. Trying, because I wanted to just have it to lay out for you all. And they're not in any order of how they're going to be pieced. But what I have decided is on my future blocks, I am not going to put that round 8. I'm not putting those little tips on anymore. So, but I do like the ruler. Whoops, I dropped 2 in the turn. I got my fan on high too, so that's part of my problem. But I just wanted to show you all that you can make, you know, that the tool, you can use the tool, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit just so you know when you're trimming these things up what to do. So there you go. I'm just using all scraps on this one because I wasn't really committed to the whole process. Again, trying not to use duplicate fabrics on purpose, because if I accidentally put a duplicate fabric inside of a block, then at least it'll only be a few duplicates, but not a whole lot of the same fabric in one block. So let me see if I got any comments first before I go any further. Dee Dee says your original estimate on quilting squares were 42. You called it just about right. Sort of, kind of. I've been doing block swaps for a while to know that even though you try to instill in people to try to participate, that it's just impossible for everybody to follow through. So, and I do understand that. Camille says, I have to have an iron infusion today, so I'm going to say good night now. Hope to join you Saturday. Bye-bye, Camille. Stay safe. Cherise says hello to everyone. Hi, Cherise. June says, I'm using cheater pre-printed paper to quilt with, is it wonky stars on this one? It has been fun. I think she says, want to say wonky stars. Pineapple quilts, lots of fun. Peggy says, no one will notice it and it will be fun to look for. Yes, it will. And that's why I'm going to put it in there. Joan says, I struggled with it and gave up. Exactly. That's when I made 1 or 2 blocks with this, maybe just even 1 block, and I didn't like the ruler, but I have figured out kind of what's going on, so I'm going to give you some tips. That's a lovely quilt and the quilting. Thank you so much. June says nice blocks. Joan says mine is Creative Grids ruler. Okay, and I don't have that because I think this was the, I'm going to have to look and see. I keep thinking that I buy hexagon rulers but not pineapple rulers, but I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna look in my stash of rulers and see if I have another pineapple ruler, but this is the only one that I have right now. And Mary says, wow, fancy. Lisa says, I tried it for my second quilt after watching Missouri Star quilt tutorial. It turned out okay. Okay, Lisa. Carol says pretty. Tiffany says it's nice. Maddie says, was using the ruler hard. Okay. Yes and no. And then love the scrappy. Rose Waltz is here. She's saying hi, T and everyone. Hi, Rose. Welcome. Okay. So, one of the things that I notice is people need to press your strips before you start. I had issues because I was instructed to just pull my strips out of here. Let me just show you some that are, you know, these strips have been in here forever. This is my 1.5 inch strip container, okay? Look at it. It's nice and neat, isn't it? It's so pretty. Look at all of that. Stuff to the brim. And when you start pulling stuff out to use strips, you see all of these folds and stuff. Some of them are hard wrinkle lines. I can't use stuff like this. On my first 4 blocks, because I was instructed to do that, I did do it. And I think that that is some of the problem that you can have, because when you're trimming up after you've sewn your 4 sides on, it does compress the wrinkles and stuff, and you can get it down. But I found sometimes my fabric was close in the center on a trim, and I had to like open it up so that it would be the full width. So I think for me, I pulled out some pieces of fabric, just made sure I had different strips, and I went through and I have just pressed all of my strips just to give them a press. I can't handle the wrinkles. It drives me nuts. I know you can not press and save some time, but that ain't work for me. I did 4 blocks and not one of my blocks is perfect. So apparently it's not working for me. I do fully understand this ruler a lot better. And the first part of it is that you've got to trim on the wrong side. I was trying to trim from the front. You got to trim from the wrong side. So when you put on the wrong side of your actual block. So this is the top of my ruler where I can read it. This is the back of my block. You got to put this ruler when you're squaring up on the back. And then you can see how it fits a lot better that way. And you see these lines here? The dark lines on the ruler are matching up with the actual edge of your fabric after you've pressed that seam open. So I'm just trying to make sure you all can see that. So it's a little strange little ruler here. So, but I did learn it. This point here, when you're trimming from the back, let me put this back on here, and I don't know how to show this. Okay. I can't, it's hard for me to hold this and show this, trying to show you what I mean. But let's just say that I was trimming this line here. I've got to come down a little bit. I'm trying to trim this seam right here that I've got already sewn in, but I'm just trying to show you. This center line has got to go through the stitching where these stitches, where this seam matches up. This line is going to go through that center and then do the same thing down here on the bottom so that it goes into those joints. If it's not in those joints, it's not going to be square when you get ready to put your blocks together. That was the main thing that I took from as I was working on these blocks, is that you need to use these center markings on this ruler. And then as I was squaring up the final edge, I also used the center markings, and I used this center square to make sure that my center square was right in the middle of this joint here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is an 8.5 inch block. Let me make sure, measure it, get a ruler big enough. I didn't even measure the blocks. Yeah, so it should be around 8.5 inches when you're finished. So I have learned how to use it. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these corners off. So I went and got my squares. I'm using a 2.5 inch square in the middle. And then I'm going to see if I can use like a 3.5 inch square. Cut them in half and see if I can do like a triangle flip corner. See if that works. If 3 inch square. So if 3 inch square doesn't work, then I'll go up to like 3.5 inch squares. Because I'm going to try to, instead of just putting a square here, I'm going to try to utilize as much of my fabric as I can. So I can get 2 corners out of 1 square, whatever size I have to pick. Instead of just putting 1 square up here and then wasting the rest of the square. If you all know what I mean. But I am liking the process. I do like that I don't have to worry about, if I'm doing a scrappy one, I do like that I don't have to worry about like where a particular fabric goes. I'm just sewing whatever next strip or piece that I have. So I do love it. It just takes some getting used to. That's all. So it is doable, but you got to know how to use this tool. And I think you only get that information if you have the DVD or you buy the book, and I didn't know that. So tips for people that just have the ruler. Peggy says, I might not have gotten the swap blocks done if I wasn't laid off, but happy I finished. That's cool. Elaine says, I put binding on placemats today from 2004. Yes, Lord, we pulling out stuff out the woodwork. That's right. Lisa says, you go, Elaine. Rose says, I can't handle wrinkles either. Yeah, it just drives me nuts. And you all know that I like to use my wooden iron to press. So I'm pressing, and the wrinkles are hard. And I'm like, if you all saw when I made my other pineapple blocks, because I had pressed my fabric, how easy it was to press those seams open. Well, it was cumbersome for me to press my seams open because of the hard wrinkles that were in the fabric, and I just can't do it. So all 4 of those blocks were made with wrinkled strips, and today I went in there and I ironed my strips. So the next time I'm doing a sewing session, my strips will be pressed and ready to go. Okay. And for some of my smaller pieces, because like as I'm cutting off my large pieces, as they get smaller and I can't like cut 2 sizes from one, I've been placing them in this little tray like this, and then I got them into different sizes and different dividers, so that as I'm working, as I'm cutting strips and they're getting tiny, I go, oh, okay, it's this size, and then I'll put it into the size that fits. If it's not big enough to go to the next size, I'll put it in the size that's smaller, because you don't have to have accurate sizing with these since you are trimming after you sew. But that's kind of, I've just developed my own little routine and trying to use up as much fabric as I can. Elaine says better late than never. Diane says I don't do wrinkles either, T. Maddie says you explain it good. Thank you so much. Vivian says you said you can see it. Okay, so she says she can. Great ruler advice from Elaine. Maddie says they are very nice, and it's some beautiful quilts. If you want to join, I think it's called Trash to Treasures Pineapple Quilts, Guyleen Fitzgerald, and you can, it's a Facebook group, and it's some beautiful quilts in the what do you call it, the album section where they put the photos. Remo JS says good evening everyone from Bowie, Maryland. And Diane 57 says, wasn't AccuQuilt easier? Yes, AccuQuilt is a whole lot easier, because once I cut, these pieces are sewed together and they line up perfectly. However, if she ever does like she did a 10-year anniversary on her Trash to Treasures, so I was trying to make sure that I made a quilt using her technique, because AccuQuilt, they use different things. They're not exactly the same type of pineapple block. So I wanted to make sure that it was made her way, not putting an AccuQuilt quilt into her, trying to submit it into her exhibit. Okay, so I was trying to make sure I have something that's made with her ruler if it's in her exhibit. Remo JS says good evening everyone from Bowie, Maryland. I think I just said that, but he's also, the Remo JS is also saying thumbs up. So thank you so much for the reminder. Appreciate that. Cynthia Shade is here. Hi, Cynthia. She says, hi, T. I think Guyleen did do a tutorial in the group. She did a tutorial, but she didn't really, she's not like teaching it, because she does workshops, and so she's not really teaching it. She's just showing you how she does it, but she's not really showing you how to line that ruler up, which is very, very important. She's just doing it. Eric Oda is here. Hi, Eric. Hope everything is great. We only got 8 more minutes on here, guys. Kimalina says, good organization system. I agree with you about wrinkles. Thank you so much. Peggy says, good idea to separate into strips, into sizes. Yes. And it just makes it a lot easier, especially if you're trying to do, if you're chain piecing blocks, I can like cut my pieces and just put them into the slots and get them, get my block started. I can do chain piecing, which I like to do because I like to not have wasted thread when I cut my thread all the time. So Eric says it's crazy here. It's crazy everywhere, Eric. It's like it's like we were in a pandemic and now we're doing all of this other stuff going on in the world. It's just too much going on right now for me. So what do? I just keep quilting. That's why people's stuff is getting done. They're like, you done already? Yes, I'm done. I can't sleep. So I'm just working over here. a lot of and people are asking Eric, where's here and what's up, Eric? If you all aren't looking at the news or paying attention to all the riots and protesting that's going on, the looting and destroying and setting on fire of stores, and basically this all started because a young black male was, as people, I'm not going to say that word, he's not breathing any longer because a police officer was on his neck for 8 minutes in a video. And so if you all aren't aware what's going on, so, and it's we've had an incident like that. If you all are aware of Ferguson, Missouri from the news, everybody should know what Ferguson, Missouri is on the news. So it started all of that all over again. And there's been many people that something has happened to in the middle, but I'm not gonna go in too far because we're talking about quilts here. So, but just so you all know what's going on in the world if you're not paying attention. Remo says, started another baby quilt and making myself a jumpsuit. Hoo-hoo, yes, Lord. I have never made a jumpsuit. I've made just about everything else, but I don't think when I was sewing that jumpsuits were in style. But they sure have been in style now for quite a while now. Awesome. Lady D is here. She says, from Orlando, where did you buy the container with the dividers? Good question. Let me show you what it looks like. Now you can go to Joann's and you can buy snapware at Joann's or Sterlite, this brand here. You can buy that at Joann's. This right here is 4 containers, and this also came in. They give you 2 sorter trays. So I just took one of my sorter trays out because this is going to be my project for the month of June anyway. I'm not going to sew on anything else other than quilt bindings. So I just took this tray out because I didn't think I needed to put it back in the tray. They're stackable trays. I love stackable trays. Sometimes when you have projects and they tell you that you have to have squares, light and dark. So then I'll put my light ones in one tray, my darks in another tray. And then they'll tell you you need half square triangles made with light and dark. So then I'll put all of my half square triangles that I made in another tray. So they're great for sorting large projects that have a lot of pieces, sort of like what Bonnie Hunter does, if you all make her quilts. They're great for sorting pieces. These things can be very expensive, this whole tray unit thing. I happened to be in Sam's one day, Sam's Club, and they had these things on the clearance, the whole 4 tray stack with these 2 divider trays. It was less than $5. I bought 4 of them. And the reason why I bought 4 of them, I kept one for myself. And then sometimes what I do is when I'm doing quilt lectures, that's why I bought them, because I was going to give them out as door prizes when I go to Quilt Guilds and do my lectures. But I haven't had any lectures, so I decided I can keep one for myself. I still got some other ones I can share when I start back doing lectures. But that's what these are. Accidentally ran up on these. You know, when I'm in the store sometimes, I try to get my steps in sometimes because I know I don't do a whole lot, especially with me not, with the pandemic, and we're not going out a whole lot like we used to, most of us. So when I do go shopping for my food at Sam's Club, I will go walk aisles that I know people are not going to be in. And so I would just walk back and forth in those particular areas. And the office supply, your household goods, like where you can buy trash cans and stuff like that, you know, the actual furniture. I walk where you can, another thing over there is like your printer ink. So I just walk over in those areas. And then sometimes they'll have little clearance sections over there, and I make a mint whenever I can, you know, I feel like it's a great deal. So that's how you can get it. Less than $5. I was so happy to see those. Let's see. And June says, wow, take care everyone. Eric says, Eric says, I need to talk quilts now, so I came here. Exactly, because it's stressful in this real world. June says, wish we could wrap the world in a happy quilt. Yes. Do you know the measurements for a rail fence quilt? Okay, most rail fence quilts, it just depends on how many rails you got, but most rail fence quilts are made with 3 strips, and then some of them get fancy. I have one where I got it a little fancy on my website. It's a free pattern too for download, where I use 4 rails and I duplicate 2 of the rails, I think, to show you how you can make a nice rail fence. But most rails fence are 3. So when your thing is, you got to end with a square, so you can make it any size you want. So let's say if you're cutting 2.5 inch strips that are going to finish at 2 inches. If you multiply 2 inches times 3, that's 6 inches. You got to add back on your 1/2 inch seam allowance, so you're now at 6.5 inches. So when you sew 2 3.5 inch strips together, you want to cross cut your strips into 6.5 inch pieces, because you always want to keep a square, because your rail fence are going from this way to that way, this way to that way, across the entire quilt. Okay, so that's how you can do your measurement. So let's say you wanted to use 3 inch finished strips. You cut 3.5 inch strips. You say 3 times 3 is 9. You got to add back in your 1/2 inch seam allowances. That's 9.5. So when you sew 3 strips together, you want to cross cut those into 9.5. If you want to make yours totally scrappy and don't want to use strips, you can cut your pieces for the 3.5 inch strips. You can cut them 3.5 inches by 9.5 inches and just sew them together. Sew 3 strips together and you'll end up with your 9.5 inch square. So you can do it scrappy or you can do a strip piece. Let's see. Leetta says, have you used Garlene Fitzgerald pineapple roll? I just talked about that. You missed it, girl. But yes, I have. I'm using it now. I just did 4 blocks right here. And we're going to make some modifications. I just lost one. Okay, the fan is, I got it on high. I started getting hot. But yes, I just talked about that. So if you want to see that, just rewind the video, because I don't want to go back into that, because I was very detailed about the blocks. Eric says, you can also buy those containers at Walmart and Target. Yes, you can, but you're going to spend more money, and you can but you can buy them a lot of places. I think you can even order them on Amazon if you want. I was just so surprised that I got them on sale. And the reason why I say Joann's is where I normally buy my containers is because you always have that half off coupon or something. So if they either have the plastics on sale half off, or you either have a 40 or 50% off coupon. You're not going to get that at Target or Walmart. And then Remo saying, check out Michael's also. I went to Dollar Tree. I have not seen them at our Dollar Tree, so different Dollar Trees are different all around. It's kind of like Tuesday mornings are different all around. But if you can find them at the dollar store, and like these are pretty sturdy. These are not cheaply made. These are name brand things too. So just know, like if I wasn't using this every day and putting it up, I would put it back into the big container, because it has the lid to keep everything from spilling out. But since it's just gonna sit here, I'm okay with it just sitting there open right now. But you can get this kind of stuff anywhere at that point. But I mentioned Joann's because that's the cheapest place I've ever been able to buy it. Cherise says, yes, I'm finishing UFO and cutting scraps and teaching and trying to keep up with housework. Too much. I kind of gave up on the housework. Now I'm to the point where I got to start taking everything out. And so I've decided, like in my kitchen, I want to redo my kitchen next. So what I need to do in my kitchen is go through and start boxing up stuff that I haven't used. And I may even start posting some of this stuff on Facebook Marketplace, getting rid of some of this stuff. I know I've got like Winnie the Pooh cake molds and stuff like that. My daughter is, what, 34? Yeah, she's 34. I have to think about it. And I'm not a grandma yet, so I don't know if I'm going to ever use a Winnie the Pooh. And I had that when she was a kid for one of her birthday parties. And I've got some other characters as well, probably Mickey and Elmo or something like that. It's like, I need to let some of this stuff go because I'm not using it and it's just collecting dust. So that's where I'm at in my life. I want to clear out my kitchen so I can understand too much. Kelly says you can also buy those at Menards and discount places like Big Lot and Costco, much cheaper. Now that something that you might want to look into is those places if Joann's don't have a coupon or if you're not close to a Joann. And I know that you can also buy Best Press starch at Menards. And if I'm not mistaken, it's $4.99 a bottle unless they went up. They, you know, it's tough. Everything is kind of going up now because of how, you know, trucking trying to get stuff in. Trucking industry is now having a shortage because of, you know, everybody else kind of not transporting goods right now. So things are higher. So, but normally it was $4.99 a bottle. That was the cheapest I ever saw Best Press anywhere. So great idea. Kim says, good deal. You found a treasure at Sam's Club. Yes, I did. And Letty says, thank you. You're welcome. Peggy says, yes, great buy. Tucker says, thanks, June. I will try a sample piece first to make sure. Beverly says, running late, was working in my sewing room trying to organize them before Monday due to back surgery. Hope it's successful for you, Beverly. She says, just had neck surgery 5 weeks ago, but all is good, girl. Woo, you have a new you. But all seriousness, though, I wish that everything goes well for you. Kim says, it's good to browse the store to find the hidden gems. Yes, it is. And then Beverly comes back and says, I forgot to say hello, T, and all quilters. That's fine. We're about to shut her down in a minute, so you got to get it in. Eric says, Long Beach Quilt Show was canceled. I guess I'm going to Houston. I don't even know if we're going to have a Houston. Right now, they're trying to figure out how they can have Houston and have it safe. But I don't know if I'm going to go this year because I don't know. I don't know how. Well, it depends. We'll see if this, with all that's going on in the world, I know you don't want to hear that. But if these numbers don't go back up, then I think we might be fine. But we're going to find out in about, about 2 weeks or so. We'll find out. Yeah. Delina says, I just finished making masks. I used 110 yards of fabric. See, I knew somebody was going to say the 4-letter word. That is awesome. I only use scraps. I didn't put a dent in any of my stash, okay? And she said she made about 1,000 in total. That's a lot, girl. You an angel. Tiffany says, I can go to Sterlite and get them half off. One of the manufacturing facilities is there, and she says, I used to work there when I was young. Now, that's a good deal. When did you get that thread tower? Don't remember seeing that before. It's probably because the camera has never been over this far, but it's always here. It's some of my embroidery threads. It started out as having like my variegated threads over here, but then I have some weird spools that kind of unwind on themselves, so it's kind of like my overflow of embroidery threads. I'll pull from there first when I'm making quilt labels and stuff. So that's what that is, but it's been there. And Diane says, Eric, I'm not sure if Houston will have the big quilt show. They trying to have it. They said that they're in meetings with the center there, and they're trying to come up with rules on how the center can be used to still go ahead and have whatever conventions that they had scheduled there. But my thing is, when you come up with these rules, first of all, I want you to have rules because I want to be safe. And then second, I don't want to be inconvenienced though. If more than wearing a mask, I'm going to be inconvenienced. So if I got to wait in line to go into the showroom, or, you know, I don't feel like we're going to have as many vendors there because I don't feel like all those vendors are going to feel comfortable coming out. So I think even if you attend Houston this year, it's going to be dramatically different than previous years. But we shall see. We shall see. Cherie says, when you get rid of it, that's when they will surprise you. Eric says Houston will have a show. Even if I got to pack up my own quilt and show them all over Houston, we will have a show. He is funny. Kelly says Winnie the Pooh is good for kids of all ages. I know, but I'm not making those cakes anymore. Diane says all those R's hold up all the trucks. Yes. Delina says all were donated to hospitals and home, friends and family. I've just seen some of the ones I like. The one I made being sold for $20 each. I got the fabric on discount at 89 cents a yard. Woo, girl, I don't know how you got fabric at 89 cents a yard. Woo. And then Sharice is asking, where is the clearance section in Sam's? Like, they'll just make a shelf. Like, I have never seen clearance items like plates and cups and stuff like that. But, like, I have seen it over in the personal care items, and I've also seen it over in the office supply area in the furniture area. But I've never seen it, like, anywhere in the store, like, for food, because that kind of stuff, they flip over really fast. Your paper goods, they flip over pretty fast. But I've seen it over in other sections of the store, like you can get soap or something like that, like hand soap or body soap, bar soap. You can get that kind of stuff that doesn't flip over as fast on sale. So, and Kelly is telling Tiffany that she can be your source for getting these containers. That's funny. This is Virgie. Virgie, we're not going to be here much longer, girl. She says, hi, T and everyone. Just got done working in kitchen. Tiffany says, there are people here that go there and then buy the store out. And then when swap meet season open up here, they try to sell as retail. It's dumb. So Robin Boyd popped in, says hello T and everybody. Hello Robin, welcome. So yeah. And then Cherie says, I'm going to Sam's tomorrow. And it's so funny because sometimes I can find like I do scrapbooking as well, so I might can find like markers that I can use in scrapbooking or something as well in a clearance or something like that. So they have a lot of office supply stuff, and I do buy some of my office supply stuff from them because it is cheaper there as well. But yep, just gotta look. And sometimes they may not even have the clearance section. It just might be a tag on the item. And so what I do is Sam's has an app. I download the app, and then what I do is I scan in my own stuff. They have a thing called Scan and Go, and I scan in my own stuff, and then you can see the price when you scan it in, and you know if it's really, like, sometimes they'll mark stuff down. It may not be the right price because somebody put the tickets on the wrong stuff, but you know ahead of time if it's really the markdown. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and end here. I have to figure out what I'm going to eat for my second meal of the day before I decide whether I'm going to go to bed or stay up all night. I was up with Tiffany one night. We was messaging each other back and forth, and she was surprised that I was still up. It's like, it was so much going on, I just could not sleep. So I'm hoping that everything works off. And Tiffany says, I shop for the clearance section everywhere I go. But see, they're not quite as obvious at Sam's, so you really got to be looking for them. And Letty's saying that usually if there's a number one at the end of the price, it's on sale. And I haven't paid any attention to that, but I basically just kind of watch the labeling on the shelves. And then if I'm really trying to get something, I might see if it's marked down or not, lower than what the price is on the shelf. Most times it's not. Sam's is really good with their prices. Most things do ring up at regular price at Sam's. So, well, I'm going to go. We still got a couple more people that I know of, that I'm aware of, that are sending blocks in. Praying that those come in tomorrow will be my last chance to be in a swap, because once Kevin and I swap them out Friday, that's going to be it. So, everybody, I want you to stay safe. And stay blessed. So many things going on in the world, and I know like some of you all that are in small communities may not be aware. So talk to you all later. Hopefully, I will be here Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for a sewing video, and maybe I'll be sewing these pineapple blocks, so you all not going to be able to see how I'm squaring up, but maybe I'll just sew some pineapple blocks anyway with this ruler that I got. But I can just tell you what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not fancy enough to know how to run 2 cameras doing a live presentation, and I probably don't even have the right equipment to do so. But that's it, everybody. You should have said your goodbyes by now. And I will see you all Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye, everybody. Take care. Hit the X up here.